Hello, my name is Dana Halpin, and I'm with Veracruz Blum Computer Consulting. Today, I will be reviewing the Sage Intelligence, specifically the Report Manager module for Sage 100. Veracruz Blum Computer Consulting has been selling and implementing Sage products for over 30 years and is one of the top Sage 100 solution providers in the country. We are dedicated to helping our clients continuously improve and have industry experience that comes from years of experience and real world knowledge. When it comes to the Sage Intelligence reporting module, if your workstation has been installed properly, you will see the Sage Intelligence reporting module on your list of module listings. The purpose of the Sage Intelligence reporting module is to help you create custom financials within Sage 100. Sometimes the canned financials that are offered in the General Ledger module just do not meet your unique needs when you have an extensive chart of accounts with different segments and divisions, and you want to customize those financials. Sage Intelligence allows you to use templates that are given to you, and you're able to customize them to create your own financials and be able to distribute them in a way that will save time in your daily processes. When we look at the Report Manager module, it comes into our taskbar as a green R icon when we open it up, and the list of reports come in here. These are called templates. My list is quite extensive. When you come in here for the first time, your list will probably be about half the size. An Excel template is what we use to start the design of our report. Every template has a backstory. So in this particular one that I'm going to show you today, I have about 9 sub-reports that I'm using, and these are all provided to me by Sage Intelligence. So behind the scenes, I have my Sage 100 accounts, account types, main accounts, actuals, opening balances, budgets, fiscal year detail settings, and rollout codes. Sage Intelligence gives us these reports and rolls them up into a template. When I run the report out, all of that information gets dumped into Excel into hidden tabs. In addition to an Excel template, you can also create what we call an Excel macro-enabled template, which is nice because a lot of times people like to use macros in their custom financials. When I run the report out, the information, like I said, dumps into Excel. This is an example of that particular report that I ran out. If I right click and I click on hide, you'll see those 9 different sub-reports in here that have been hidden when the report is run out. So for example, if I unhide the accounts tab, you'll see this is my information coming from Sage 100. It gives me all the account information, the groups, the categories, descriptions, rollout codes, and all that good stuff. I'm going to hide this back and talk about the tabs that come with the report. We have the Home tab. The Home tab gives you certain Sage hyperlinks to getting started, facts, how-to videos, webcasts, tips, and tricks. These are hyperlinks that go out to the Sage websites to help you learn more about the product. The Instructions tab is introducing you to 2 different ways that you can create custom financials. One is what we call the Generate by Standard Report Layout method, and the other one is using the Excel task pane. So when the report runs out into Excel, you'll notice that the task pane shows up on the right of Excel, and it has certain menus in here. We have tools, layouts, lists, formulas, trees, etc. So we'll be going over that shortly. In addition to this, you have add-ons on your Excel menu here up at the top. This add-on menu is that report designer add-in. If the task pane is not showing, you can try to show the task pane here. As well as we have a BI tools menu. This allows you to distribute your reports once run out. The distribution has 2 different ways. You can email the report. You can enable an email setting, or you can file publish. You can enable file publishing, meaning that whenever you click the Send Now button, it will publish that report perhaps on your network for others to see. And what's nice about this is that their conversion of the Sage Intelligence formulas to static values. You're probably going to be sending your reports to people that do not have Sage Intelligence. So what this feature does is it converts the formula to a static value so other people are able to read the reports even though they don't have the program. All right, let's talk about the standard layout method to create reports. Sage Intelligence gives you these templates here over here on the right under the layout menu. And all you have to do is drag and drop it into a new sheet and it generates the layout for you. Once it's there, you pull in the year that you're interested in here and it pulls a trend, rolling trend type of balance sheet for us, 1 through 12. And we have the ability to come in and expand each category to see the detail in that particular category. So I have, for example, accounts receivable, $18,000, and I can right click on that and go to my drill down menu and it'll pull in where that $18,000 came from. 9,000 of it was an opening balance. And then in January, I had an entry for 9,500. So that part is a great feature that people do love, that they can drill down into those figures here. So these reports are somewhat customizable, but there are a whole bunch in here. I'm going to just quickly show you the trial balance because I feel like the trial balance is something that people struggle with in Sage 100 getting into Excel. A lot of our customers try to export the trial balance out of Sage 100 and then they come in and try to make it aesthetically pleasing and trying to get rid of all the junk rows and things like that. It takes quite a bit of time. So this is actually one that comes in and it's formatted. You don't have to do practically any additional formatting and the ability to send it to somebody quickly and to review the information, to drill down on it is quite impressive when it comes down to it. So my trial balances here, I can do it for any period. This one's going to the current period, but it's very useful. I have the ability to look at it in summary and in detail. So that is the standard layout method. The other method, which I believe is more popular with our customers, is using the task pane. So I've created one for us to look at together. It's an income statement for one company, and I'm using the task pane method here. So you'll notice I have formulas under my task pane. I have actual year-to-date, budget, budget year-to-date, etc. And if I come into my dollar amount here, you'll see that it is a Sage Intelligence formula. All you do is you drag in the formula into your cell, and then the system's going to ask you for certain parameters. So if I click this FX button, it's going to ask me what is my GL account number, the year, the period, the company. I could even put in the account category, group, type. I can use roll-up codes. I can use trees, which I have done here, and we'll talk about that in a minute. If I put all my information correctly, I'll see a value here, and then it populates my financial report. I could come in here, change my period from 3 to 4. You see the values change, 4 to 5, etc. I could change the year if I wanted to. The other area to show you is for the account number, I can use wildcards. So basically this row here is pulling in any account that begins with a 4. You can also put in a range of accounts. You can also put in a range of accounts, but then subtract out one account that doesn't need to be in the range. So many different options to get the report that you desire. Once again, the drill down's available. You'll notice when I did change my parameter here, my titles changed. So your Excel skills come in very heavily when creating these reports. Most of the people that work in the accounting department that are creating these reports are in Excel most of the day, and they have great skills that they could apply to these reports. VLOOKUPs, specific Excel formulas, as you're seeing up here. The variances are really just Excel formulas. The totals are Excel formulas, but the values coming from Sage 100 are specifically Sage intelligence formulas. So let's talk about trees. So right now I'm looking at the west. If I wanted to look at the east, I am just toggling these trees. Central doesn't have much going on, but you'll see that it's very dynamic and can change the information um, with a click of a button. Now, if somebody were to come in and put a journal entry in for sales or post an invoice for sales, right now, that information is not reflected in here. I would have to rerun the report out to get a new values in here. So the information is not dynamic. It is static every time you do run it out. So these formulas are, this is period to date, year to date is just the YTD in here. Same with prior. What's cool about this is all I'm doing for prior is I'm just taking my parameter B2, subtracting 1 for 2024, and I get a prior year. And once I change the year here, 2024, you'll see all the years change in here as well as the values. You can add in a company logo. You can make it very aesthetically pleasing. The information would need to be saved back to Report Manager if you did make changes, and that's just a matter of clicking Save Excel Template, and your information is saved for the next time. In addition, you can create consolidated financials. If you have companies that have different fiscal year calendars, you can use this Sage Intelligence to be able to consolidate them. Maybe for the manufacturing company, period 3 is May, but for ABC, period 5 is May. So I can combine those two to get a consolidated total. You can hide columns E and F if you just need a consolidated total and you do not need to see the detail here, but the methodology is the same. I will state that if you do need to consolidate companies, you will need to purchase a specific connector license, which we'll talk about shortly. Many times our customers already have their custom financials in Excel, and it's fairly easy to link the two up. So if you provide us with that Excel file, we can bring it into Sage Intelligence and link it up to and create and bring in Sage Intelligence formulas. So you're keeping the look of the report that you've always been used to, but you're linking it to Sage 100, where a lot of the data entry and a lot of the formula compiling is going to be reduced because it's coming from Sage 100 into Sage Intelligence into Excel for you. Okay, so now going back to Report Manager, I do want to show you that you do have the ability to, with a Sage 100 subscription, have one free Report Manager license come to you with that subscription. So for example, if I come into Sage 100, my Report Manager, I have one free license that comes from my Sage subscription. If I did have that Report Manager license, I'm able to design and edit reports like you just saw. That you'd be able to do everything that we just saw today. Now, if my colleague next to me wanted to do the same thing, they would have to purchase an additional Report Manager license. If I had another colleague that really didn't want to have access to designing, but just viewing, that would be a Report Viewer license, and that could be purchased additionally as well. And I have to state that these licenses are licensed by your workstation. So if I have a workstation that everybody remotes into, you perhaps may only need one Report Manager license as long as one person is in there one at a time. You can't have two people in at once. The next license I want to talk about is the connector license. That is the one that you will need to be able to consolidate reports. That one is also going to allow you to connect to other modules besides the GL, AP, AR, sales order, purchase order, inventory, operations management. You're able to connect to all those modules with the connector license. We are going to do another video, another series on the connector itself and show you a little bit about how to use that license to create a data dump and then dashboards from there. In addition, we have the security from the library master module, so you can limit people that can go into Sage Intelligence, but also they have a security within Sage Intelligence if you did want to turn that on. If you did turn it on, you can have it password protected. You can limit people to see certain reports. So perhaps I only want to see my reports and my colleague next to me only wants to see his reports, but the CFO wants to see all reports. So that is something that can be set up with the security manager. That is a brief overview of the report manager module. There are various different training classes that we can offer you to help implement the program. We have the ability to also ask for a wish list of reports that you would like to create in Sage Intelligence. And then we like to work with you maybe on one or two of them where you shadow us. It serves as a training session as well as you're getting the implementation done, ability to ask questions along the way so you can create your own reports and really take advantage of this great product. The Raucous Boom Computer Consulting information is up here on the screen. Please contact us anytime, our website, our email, our phone number. We are here to help and would gladly be able to help you get on your way with custom financial reports. So thank you for your time, and we look forward to seeing you in the next session.